Working as intended.
Yep, there's still so much to do. What should I do next? Should I do the next 24-man? Messy inventory. Should I make this the inventory cleaning episode? I mean, I'm right here. Hello, Forge Master. Berthael's eyes seem to shine with pride. Ever since it came to me, Monica has been smooth sailing for the guild, but I fear it's time for you to spread your wings and earn a taste of the renowned ode of smithy your talent. Just so happens I found the perfect job for you, with proper Ishgardian nobility. Some steward by the name of Fremondanes here, all sly-like, after my very best. Ain't no higher honor for a smithy than winning a name in the land of knights. So trust you'll hear the man out. He's waiting for you at the wench. Also this one. Hello. Hello, Bonanza. Forge Master Bonanza has a favor to ask of you. Hi. The very armor I was hoping to see. Have you a moment or two to spare? It's about Blanstyr. Ever since he lost that contest, he's been keeping his distance from the forge. Then one day he simply appears as if naught had happened and starts banging out a breastplate on one of the anvils. He crafts entire suit and mumbles something to the effect of understanding the true nature of armor. When I ask what he was on about, the daft old sod says he intends to don his own work, then go looking for battle in the wilds. Now Blastyr's a big lad, but he couldn't fight his way out of a fishing net. I tried to talk him out of it, of course, but you can imagine how that ended. Which brings me to your part in this. I suspect he'd more willingly lend an ear to someone whom he'd not so inclined to despise. You'll find him loitering in his usual spot if you're of a mind to convince the stubborn orcs. Is he hiding in this corner over here? Hello, well look who it is. Listen, lass, I know Hernando sent you. Just keep walking your own path and I'll walk mine. I've done a lot of thinking these past moons you've seen. I finally found my answer. I'll learn the secrets of armor craft not in the flames of the forge, but in the heat of battle. And if I die in the doing it, I'll go to my grave with no regrets. Don't try to stop me, and you can tell that former master of yours to keep her twitchy nose out of my damn business and all. So the old buzzard wouldn't listen to you either. It seems an excess of self-reflection to send his thoughts down an odd track. You're no stranger to comment, Monica. I'm happy you're still the right lass for the job. I want you to follow Blanstyr quietly, mind, and see that he doesn't get himself killed. Assuming he sticks to his ridiculous plan, you'll find him out near the eyes. Alright, this one I'm not going to Ishgard. This dude down in the drowning wench. Hello, much to be Master Berthael's pupil. A pleasure, madame. I am Fremondane, steward of House Gervaint. How do you do? Why, hello, old man. I've come to secure the service of a blacksmith. Your guildmaster intimated that you are the best, and only the best will do for my mistress, Baroness Larice. In another age, your family formed the backbone of Temple Knights. However, the house has fallen upon hard times, and my lady has lost her lands, her power, and her father. Yet her resolve is pure steel. She practices daily with a blade to earn her place among the Temple Knights, and thus restore her house's good name. Aid her, and I dare say your talent will become famous throughout the realm. I should mention that I cannot promise her traditional payment, but I'm sure the honor of serving House Gervain has intrigued you, at the very least, and I do hope you'll join me at the Jewel Crozier. I bid you good day. Politeness. I'll do it as long as she's not a complete and utter bitch. Wait, what's concerning you now? Not enough to hire Chocobo home. Well, I can walk and sleep outdoor. Gee. Oh, please excuse me, madam. It's nothing. Really. Goodbye. Gee. Let's head out the gate. Hello. Everything okay? Everything doesn't look okay. Are you injured? 'Twas fortunate we happened by. You were more like to harm yourself with that flailing than slay your intended opponent. I must say, however, I do admire your devotion to your craft. Mayhap we shall call on you the next time we have need of an armor. Safe travels, my friend. Peace out. I thought I was a dead man, clad myself in my finest armor, but I could hardly move, let alone fight. Who'd thought a rat could give me so much grief? A bleeding rat. Mean little bugger he was. But as I stared death in his straight face, I had myself an epiphany. I've got to get back to the forge, and then I'll be ready to try again. What are you doing out here anyways? Well, I'll leave it to your business. I can hobble back to Lim's Unwell, and thank you very much. Gee. They need their own aetherite by the armor, by the forge. I mean, I guess technically this one is, but I mean, look how close these two are. On a side note, they could use one at the Waking Sands, but lore says no. Well, I'm glad to hear the old bastard survived his foolishness this time. From the sounds of it, though, he doesn't intend to stop there. I know I have more productive things to do than mind a full-grown man, but can I ask you to stay near to Blanstyr for a while. If you can't reach him with words, mayhap you can guide him with craft. Speak with the man and offer to aid him with his work, and while you're teaching by example, you might even learn something new yourself. Here's all the armor stuff going to take place just right here. I don't have to go traveling. I weren't the most heroic of battles, but even a brief scuffle like that made me realize something. I ain't never spared much thought for the folk that are wearing the armor. Hey, first try stopping, now you want to help me? Make up your bloody mind, lass. I'll take you on, but I can't promise as you'll have much to do. I've searched the depths of my craftsman's soul and come out with a whole new view of things. From now on, I'll be putting myself in my customer's boots before I forge a piece. I've mapped my course, and it's a straight run from here to greatness. Alright. Come back at level 53. Yup. Guess what? I'm at level 70. Blanstyr appears to be at his wit's end. You still willing to swing that hammer for me, Monica? The truth is, I've gotten myself into a bit of a bind. Do you recall adventures that saved me from the unholy rat? Well, they've commissioned me to craft a piece for him, and as much as I'm trying to understand their needs, the request has got me as baffled as a nugget-brained novice. Maybe you should talk to this Blanstyr bloke and hear the details directly. He should still be waiting over by the wench. Yeah, all these are quest items. All these are quest items. Well, okay, these were quest items. The food was. Hello, Blanstyr and your Lalafell friend. What's going on here? Shenanigans. Greetings, you're Master Blastyr's assistant then? Aye, that's right, me assistant. Thought she should hear the job direct from the customer's mouth. Very well, we mean to challenge a creature of significant might and seek to seize every advantage. Then I would commission a quality piece of head protection for our monk. Sasapiku here. Sasapiku the snake they call me. I gotta strike swift and deadly and can't be wearing no heavy helmets. Current's my style, you know. Told the troll to even convince him to wear body armor. Thus I must ask that he craft a helm sturdy enough to afford protection, but also light enough that Sasapiku scarcely remembers he's wearing it. Do you see what I mean? An impossible request. A vow to consider your client's needs has barely passed your lips. And already you cry defeat? Ugh, what do you want, Nanza? If you've come to feed on my misery like some self-righteous leech, then you can bloody well bugger off. I came because I can't countenance throwing a commission back in a customer's face after you've already arbitrarily labeled it impossible. I'd wager Monica here could forge a piece to meet those specifications. I bet you've already forged one. When it comes to crafting light and serviceable armor, both leatherworkers and carpenters have a wealth of experience. Let's just head to Granania and seek the advice of their respective guild masters. And what would they bloody know? They don't even work with the same materials. You're wasting your time, but I'll let you make up your mind. Is that the only way you can ask for help? Proud and sufferable Olgoat. Show him how a proper artisan handles such requests, Monica. I happen to be a very good leatherworker and carpenter, too. Tells me the job is now yours, Mistress Monica, was it? I'm excited to see the results of your labors. Sure, anything for a fellow Lalafell. Is Geva not gonna give a fuck? Geva's just gonna be like, bruh, I'm busy, go away. Hello, beaten off. Metal helm? I thought I detected the stench of the forge about you. I must admit to feeling somewhat betrayed. But I shall not be so petty as to deny answers, child. As you well know, before one even puts sawdust to wood, one must first consider which variety of lumber best suits the properties of the piece one wishes to craft. The same can likely be said of armor craft. Amongst the many metals available, choose one that retains its strength even when beaten sufficiently thin to meet your needs. Sorry, we're beaten metal now. Now let's go to the person who doesn't give a damn. Hello, Geva. Branching out into other disciplines, Monica, if you'll recall my Geva patterns, you already have the answer to your question. Always craft with an eye towards minimal waste. This approach also respects the life that was taken from the material by making the most of every strip and square. In this case, however, you may simply need to take care that you have not added unnecessary weight in the quest for sturdiness. Fucking might as well pick up this one, too. The Plenty More Efficiency. Beast of Brewer's Beacon is the level 50 quest. I want to get Mooch 2 before I do that one. Because at level 50 it was really annoying to do. At level 60 it was less annoying to do. At level 70 it's a lot more trivial. Plenty more fish in the sea. She has a rod in her hand and a cloud on her brow. That was my old friend Monica. Not a minute too soon. Not that I don't appreciate your company or anything, but I need you to go and deliver something from you right away. While Lagos had a visitor, see, not only did the poor fellow have to put up with our dear guildmaster blathering on about who knows what for hours on end, but he left his rod behind as well. Would you mind taking it back to him? Alright, sissy. If it was just the rod that was at stake, I'd get that lazy guildmaster of ours to take it back himself, but this fellow's a master fisherman who's traveled to every corner of the world. According to Wabalago, he knows all about these secret fishing spots that aren't on any of our charts. Hence why you're the one for the job. Not only can you be trusted to get his precious pull back to him in one piece, but you can have a chat with this chap and learn something useful in the bargain. It wouldn't do for the guild's angling ace to fall behind on her studies. Maybe I tell you about some far-flung fishing holes that even the famous Wawalago's never heard of, and you'll be able to test your mettle against a whole new kettle of fish. The fisherman you're looking for is an elven fellow called Anselme. Anselm. Better call Psalm? He's staying the drowning wench. If you hurry, you should be able to catch him before he heads off on his travels again. Level 50, yep. Hello, well, it's Thomas on another pint of Batarun's Peculiar, and I'd like to fall asleep in the snow. Oh, there's that I can assist you with? Forgotten rod. Goodness, that my rod I left at the Fisherman's Guild, you say? Dear me, I was having so much fun catching up with my old friend Wawalago that I forgot all about my most faithful companion. I thank you for coming out of your way to return it to me. Are you a member of the guild, then? I don't recall seeing your face down in Fisherman's Bottom. You are a good show, lass. It's always a pleasure to work with a fellow fish fancier, so tell me, what's your biggest catch so far? You caught him as Maslaya Marlin? Hold on a moment, you're not Monica, are you? The girl who lifted the fishing ban and saved the guild? Well, Lago told me all about you, and in the most glowing of terms. It's a pleasure to have met you. I wish I could stick around and chat, but it's past time I was heading home to Ishgard. If you're ever in the area, you must come and visit me and tell me all about your adventures in angling. Like as not, you'll find me in the Forgotten Night. You could say he's the drowning wench's long-lost lover. Drop in whenever you like, and I'll give you a guided tour of some of my homeland's best spots to drop a lure. Till then, peace out. Friendly new fisher friend. Getting all the crafting and gathering stuff done here. So I already finished all the culinarian stuff. And class switching simulator. Well, what do our artisan colleagues have to say? So in other words, keep it simple and choose light, sturdy metal. Not exactly revolutionary ideas, but are certainly fine points to keep in mind. If we're talking minimalism, then our best option is probably a mask of some kind. As for material, titanium would be the strongest for its weight. Finally, the overall design should complement the swift striking style of your client. Hammer out the piece and deliver it to Benethair. It's like done. Running back and forth. Also have to do goldsmithing and weaving in Ulda, right? Hello. Tis good to see you. I brought the armor we requested? Yes. Have this. Yes, I want to trade a high quality item. High quality or bust. You actually crafted something for him? Let's see this impossible piece of yours then. Olafel pose. Is this titanium? It's so thin, but you've shaped the mask so the arcs and curves and reinforced weak points. It's bloody genius. I love it. I can jump and spin and barely feel the weight at all. I'm most grateful. Now we needn't fear a stray spike or claw slicing open our dear monk's face. Maybe we should call upon your services again in the future. I reckon you was on a fool's errand talking to those other guildmasters, but look at what you accomplished. Seems my eyes ain't been opened as wide as I'd thought. You should be an omni-crafter too. All done. Come back at 55. The other two take me to Ishgard. This one I'll just keep on plugging away here, I guess. Hello, Blanstyr is seething with barely contained fury. What do you want? More work, is it? Well, I took another job from the conjurer and his mates. Something for a lance this time. Did my best I did, forged and reforged until I thought I had a piece the client would be pleased with. But she took one look at my work and turned her bloody nose up at it. Not pretty enough, she says. So I told them they can make take their fancy lancer and toss her into the damn sea. Benethair's still lurking the other wench, but I doubt even you could satisfy that over-particular pig-stinking lass of his. Pig-sticking lass of his. Rude. Anyways, this is the back and forth episode. Hi again, guys. I must always look my best. I'd hoped it would be long. Your colleague appears to have abandoned our commission in a fit of pique and left poor Barbarella here bereft of her promised armor. Oh, he made me some armor alright, but the style was absolutely dreadful. How can I possibly perform legendary deeds looking like an oversized kettle? Imagine the portraits they would paint. Imagine the sculptures. As you can see, she's quite particular about her appearance. Thus, I would task you with crafting a queer set as eye-catching as it is unyielding. Map Forge Master Hernanza would deign to offer her experienced opinion, as she did the last time. It's like, please don't make me go back to Godani again. This time I'm gonna be like, oh, it needs gems? Go to the goldsmith in Ulda. Hello, so you're aiming for fashion and functional? That takes us to the realm. God damn it, goldsmiths and weavers. You'd best head to Ulda and call upon the wisdom of their guild masters. Are you ready, weaver? Hello, Rose. How you doing, you dapper tall person? Monica, you seek to apply the sensibilities of weaving to your efforts in armorcraft? How strange, I but recently spoke on a similar subject to a rugged Rogadin fellow. He seemed a tad embarrassed to be asking, but listened with an earnest enthusiasm nonetheless. I fear I become rather passionate in my instruction and lecturing overlong on the merits of form versus function. But to return to your query, I would ask that you consider the use of color in your designs, and not simply a choice of hue. Even the same shade can have a drastically different impact when enhanced with a lustrous, glossy sheen. You know what? Fuck it. May as well. Faraway look in his eyes. Trust you haven't let your needlework lapse since we last spoke. I'm busy as ever, of course. The orders come and go and come. Sometimes I miss when I could wander abroad to study fashion, but that time is long past. The burden of being a guildmaster, I suppose. But you, my friend, are free as a bird. I wonder if it might have traveled vicarious through you. And nothing more than to learn what the seamsters have dreamed up during the Holy Sea's isolation. Yes, you could work there as a proper weaver, learning the tastes of lords and ladies alike. If you serve a noble house, all the better. I suppose it does raise the question of which noble house, of course. I have no connections to the Holy See, I'm afraid. My knowledge of Ishgard is limited. Well saved for House Helienart. There's such a red rose upon a field of black. A rose is a rose is a rose, as they say, and if one of their guildsmen has any wit, then you may well land a commission. Failing that, I will leave you to your own devices. Good luck. Over to Ishgard. Hi, Serendipity. Still getting sexually assaulted by your robot? Thinking of adding precious metals to your endeavors in armorcraft, are you? Well, the Sultansworn once wore ceremonial plate that features the most extravagant embellishments, but such delicate ornaments will not survive the harsh demands of combat. One may consider then is decorating the parts of the armor that are less likely to be struck, the edges and hollows, for example. At least that is what I would do. You know what? Fuck it. Might as well. Serendipity would like to introduce you to a certain someone. Just the moment I was hoping to see, and I'm not saying that just to be nice. Mind you, I do pride myself on being nice. You recruit more apprentices with honey than vinegar, after all. But where was I? Of course, there's certain someone I'd like to introduce you to, especially someone at that. His name is Marcel, and he's in charge of handling commissions from some of Eshtame's most prestigious clients. We're talking the elite of the elite here. Marcel's client expect nothing less than the finest, which means that Marcel trusts only our guild's most accomplished to fill his orders. Getting the call from Marcel is a sure sign that you've made it in the goldsmithing world, but I'm sure you can see where this is going. It seems your fine work has earned you something of a reputation with this, plus a vote of confidence from little old me. Marcel has personally requested your services for his latest commission, while he's waiting for you at Eshtame's aesthetic even next week. You're excited, aren't you? I know I'm excited. She's excited for me. Isn't this the gem shop? I know there's a shop here that you can buy previous expansions like gems just for guild, but some of them are pretty expensive. It's like 3,000 each. Hi, Marcel. I'm Marcel of Eshtame's. Charmed, I'm sure. Doubtless you've already heard from Mr. Serendipity, and in far too many words. I'll be brief. A most important client of mine has commissioned a work of supreme significance, and you'll have the privilege of contributing to its creation. Note that I say contribute. I ask you not to take full responsibility of a task which would doubtless prove beyond you at this stage of your career. Yes, you need not fear, for I will be here to guide you in every step of the process, to help you grow from a mere craftsman to a creative genius, as it were. With that, let us get down to business. The order comes from the wife of a high-ranking officer of the Immortal Flames. The anniversary of their bonding draws near, and this most refined madame would gift her husband, her beloved spouse, with a memento of singular beauty and meaning. As the lady tells that her husband is a hardened warrior who, despite his lofty rank, really leaves the front lines where he tirelessly leads his men against the Amalja. The anniversary day will mark a brief but welcome respite from the battlefield, his first in moons. As for the exact nature of the gift, she entrusts this entirely to us. As my clients are wont to do, most believe that no mundane idea of their own could compete with the sheer genius and inspiration of Eshtame's agents and artisans, an assumption which is true more often than not. But what shall we create? At times like this, I think back to the words of my mentor, renowned goldsmith I of working with when I first came to Eshtame's some years ago. To give form to that which is formless and breathe a warm, beating heart into the coldest of metal. This is the goldsmith's true calling. The master would always say, his words have never failed to inspire me, and I trust they will do the same for you. And yet rare indeed is it that inspiration comes entirely from within. In my own experience, I have found that reflecting upon these words in the company of trusted friends and colleagues oft proves enlightening. Being a woman's gift, perhaps Mr. Serendipity and Miss Momodi at the Quicksand might have some insight to share. What say you consult them and return here with your impressions? I'll do that in a bit. I've got armor smithing to do. And a bunch of stuff to do in Ishgard. Oh, I do have to go over here and collect the fish for the fishing quest. From my company chest. Oh look, fish. Go fast. So doing all this running around. Alright, I'm back with knowledge. What would the artists of Ulta have to say? Put jewels in certain spots and do string color things. I see, then it's just a darker hue for the main surface, burnished until it gleams. Decorate the edges with a brighter metal. Rose gold should do nicely to provide an eye-catching contrast. Again, titanium is a fine choice for durability and strength. This was for Benethur's lance companion, yes? Then forge a cuirass fit for a queen, and your client shall soon be maiming her enemies in style. And this time it has to be high quality. This is the commissions quest line. You can't have commissions without missions. You can't have commissions without cum. Hello, how is Barbarella's armor coming along? Check out this piece of work. You gonna admire it? Don't tell me you forged something the spirit-wielding she-demon actually approves of. Hold still a moment. Posing. It's so simple, but the rose gold gives it that hint of extravagance. You've outdone yourself. And especially the colors, this might be the most beautiful cuirass I've ever owned. What a queer ass. My thanks, Mr. Schmalik. Aside from the armor's obvious beauty, I can see it has been carefully crafted to withstand the rigors of combat. Not to address my concerns with Barbarella, that only leaves. Is this why you called me here? To spend more of your coin on gear we don't need? Man, what a Wanmaga. Wanmaga, you should be the first in line when it comes time to replace our equipment. Ours depend on your ability to engage the full face-to-face. You need new armor. The suit I have serves me just fine. You should look at your own abilities, healer. If you weren't so sluggish with your spells, then maybe we wouldn't have to rely on expensive armor to save our hide. Dude looks like a nerd in a big piece of armor. Sluggish? How many times have I saved you from the brink of death? 'Tis your seeming fondness for injury that forces me to consult with armorers in the first place. You think I enjoy being wounded? How many times have I risked my life to save yours? If this is the thanks I can expect, then you can try fighting without me. Walk away then, we shall find a replacement soon enough. Looks like Isekai uncle in big bulky armor. The way they argue now, you'd think they've been friends since childhood. You'd not think they've been friends since childhood. Looks like ventures have their own problems, eh? But I have to say, finding the right armor to craft their ridiculous requests ain't... finding the right armor to craft their ridiculous requests ain't one of them. Your work was masterful. I tried, I really did. Even begged that weaver bloke and all that to teach me something about design, but it seems I have a lot more to learn before I become the sort of artisan that understands his customers' needs. Hanan's the one I should really be talking to. As Forge Master's had years of experience in crafting to meet a client's wishes. If you don't know what I gotta improve, it'll be her. Bargot Spirit, I never thought the day'd come when I'd fall to my knees to beg for that harpy's help, but it's time I changed my ways. Thumbs up, dude. Alright, crafting more armor. And level up. Come back at 58. The reforging of Blanstyr. Master wishes to entrust you with a commission. I have another commission from that conjurer bloke, but it got me hands full of learning lessons from Hananza. Think you can take the job for me? You'll find Benethur and his crew at their usual spot near the Drowning Wench. I'll never get that guy's name right. Anyways, why are they even coming to him for requests anymore? It's like he never does them. It's like you're not gonna make me go to the Alchemist and Culinarian Guildmasters, are you? I had some matching earrings. I feel extra fierce in this mask. My apologies for the unpleasant scene you were forced to witness. As matters stand, we had little luck in recruiting a new gladiator since my falling out with Wanmaga. I have thus decided to have a shield made to offer a bonus to potential applicants and was hoping to have you forge it. I am, however, entirely unsure as to what manner of shield would be suitable, and considering the heated words we exchanged, I cannot very well ask the advice of the only gladiator with whom I am acquainted. Would you be willing to speak with Wanmaga and research the matter of the shield in my stead? 'Twould see me left on a journey to Ishgard, ostensibly to rendezvous with some secret lover. Knowing Wanmaga, however, this lover was not but an excuse to put some distance between us, and he's likely forgotten that that outsiders require permission to even set foot inside the city. I imagine you'll find him pacing before the gates of judgment, freezing in his decrepit old armor. Go to almost Ishgard. Hey dude, you freezing your balls off? Can't believe they would deny me passage. This is a matter of holy adoration. I must be allowed to meet my goddess Halone. Oh, the armor from Limsa. What is this talk of shields? Forget your trade for a moment and ask me this. Are you able to enter Ishgard? You are? Then would you be willing to complete my pilgrimage to St. Raymond's Cathedral and pray before the statue of the Fury in my stead? Oh, my beloved, how long be sure to watch over my companions, and then I shall share my thoughts on this shield business of yours. Well, fine, I guess I'm going in. It's like finally here for the armor requests. Up to the cathedral, right? Is there a spot that I have to pray? Can I just pray anywhere here? Just sit down to pray? It's like, while I'm here, might as well talk to you. Hi, old man. You need stuff made, right? Instructor, thank you. I promise you will not regret the journey here. I hereby entrust the arms and armor of House Gervain to your able care. Why meet here? I'm employed at the shop, a second job to pay the bills. A remote task, but would you keep the secret from Baroness Larice? No longer a secret. Dude's fucking tall. He's like twice as tall as she is. Beg your pardon, Vermondain. Keep what from me? Milady, I was just saying you were keeping busy with your practice. Has it ended so soon? It takes rather little time to defeat striking dummies, and who is this? Ah, yes, let me present Mr. Stark, our most excellent blacksmith, come to serve you. Ah, the rumors of your skill precede you, Smith. I'm glad to have you. Vermondain, I'm going home. Does the pantry need for anything? 2 pumpkins would be appreciated, my lady. Unfortunately, I cannot leave to buy them myself in the middle of work. I mean to say, I cannot leave before explaining the smith's duties to her. Very well, the shops of the broom grow cheaper near closing, yes? Hopefully the difference is worth the walk. My lady should not have to worry about saving on foodstuffs. Few noble lines have seen more of their own as Lord Commander than House... Few noble lines have seen more of their own as Lord Commander than House Gervain. Baroness Larice's father was himself a renowned knight until... Well, to give you an idea, the house once employed hundreds of servants. I'm the only one left. Sir Gervain did not tumble from knighthood. He was pushed, and his family lost much in his fall. To make matters worse, the calamity claimed his life, but his dream of seeing his house's name restored did not die with him. Milady carries it within herself, and she is without parallel in her conviction. Why, in my eyes, she is Saint Phinia come again. And she's so close. Ishgard will hold its grand tourney soon, and the who's who of Temple Knights will attend. They'll extend knighthood to the champion if that is the Baroness. Yet, as good as she may be, she wants her refinement in her techniques and equipment both, but with the Master Smith's aid, I know she can shine. But you must be tired from your journey. All this can wait until you are rested. I'm well rested. I'm also very well leveled. Alright, come back at 53. Done. He's fretting about Baroness Larice. You're always fretting about her. Pleasant morning to you. I trust you're well rested? Good. Well to business. My lady's armory is in a pitiful state. Take your course. The plates are sturdy, but the joints have rusted. The fault is ours for not taking better care of it, but if it falls apart while my mistress is fighting... She cares not. In fact, she is going out to train all the more often now that the grand tourney draws near. Just the other I thought her resting, only to find a note saying she had some beastkin hunting near Falcon's Nest, alone. She even said she would do it again, further north. Good gods, and what if she has gone today? She could be in terrible danger, and of all the times, I cannot leave the shop to look for her. You're an adventurer, yes? Then please, find her. Find her now. There's also somebody here to talk to. Yeah, the social network. Puns. Hey, look, main story. Have we worked for Weaver? No, last I'm afraid we've not got the gil for such now. Put the way here at House Durandale's rolling in the coin. Make your pitch to one of the guards, map they'll throw some custom your way. Getting crafting shit done. It's like I've been here many times. At least to some of these areas. Formonsis. Work? I can't promise you anything, miss. It's above my station now, but one moment. I do remember hearing that Madame Glenda was looking for one with your skills. She's a widow of a noble, and the most devout soul in Ishgard. I imagine you'll find her in St. God damn it. Over to the cathedral again. Go fast with Peloton. Hello. Yes, I'm Glenda, and you're a weaver? Praise Helena, you're the answer to my prayers. Consider yourself hired. It's my daughter, Avril Levine. I'm schooling her in weaving, but no matter what I say, she doesn't learn. I've spent moons working with the child to no avail. I had nowhere to run but to the Fury, and I begged her for a proper tutor. Now you are here. Please go to my daughter. I've told her time and again to stay at home, but she is a most willful child, so you'll likely find her idling around near the Ark of the Venerable. What a nitwit. Over to the Astrocom. Hi. New friend? Yes, I'm Avril. Did Mother hire you? A pleasure to meet you, then. She seems polite. I was just taking a breath of air. It's so delightfully fresh here, unlike my stuffy old house. Honestly, can't stand being stuck indoors. It's always been just me and Mother. She lost father to the war and took comfort in religion, but now she's only ever at the cathedral praying or at home telling me how to talk, how to dress, how to act. I want to be a chirurgeon to the knighthood, but I've ever gotten quite good at conjury. When Mother allowed, no, it wasn't maidenly enough. Instead, she saddled me with this insufferable weaving. No offense. Yes, I know she's worried about losing me, but I ask you, what harm is there in me leaving the house? She's trying to keep me trapped in her little bloody cage for all my life. Hi, Mom. There you are, Avril. I see you've met your new weaving instructor. Order anything you wish, my girl. Her work can be something you aspire to, but remember, practice makes perfect, so practice. And I've told you 1,000 times that a maid of your birth shouldn't hang about places like this. You belong at home alongside your loom and rosary. Is that clear? Yes, Mother. How about I craft you healing gear? What am I do? I can't say no to her. She sacrificed so much raising me by herself, but I can't live like this forever. So I'm forced to lie. My needlework isn't so bad in reality, but if she knew that... I have no intention of studying under you, kind as you seem to be. I simply have no need to. But since Mother already has you on retainer, I suppose I could do with some new clothes, and my skills aren't equal to yours. So when I find an article I can't make myself, I'll be in touch with my order. Until then, come back at 53. And let's sit here at 71. Avril's pursing her lips in annoyance. Excellent, I know you were expecting me to have an order for you, but something else has come up. I wonder if you might keep my Mother occupied for a spell. I have plans to have tea with my conjurer friends, and Mother won't let me go. She hasn't said anything, of course, but she's hidden my favorite dress. I know what that means. But I am going, and in that dress, too. He'll be there, my first sweetheart, and I would just die if he sees me in anything else. I know how this must seem to you, but my point is that I shall need time to search my house, and I have no one else to turn to. Please keep my Mother busy. She'll be where she always is, in the cathedral. Just ask her about religion or something. That'll keep her there for bells. Alright, am I just going between cathedral and come? Monica, you haven't come to pray, have you? Yes, I am one with Tony. I like the story. You wandered in here out of boredom, didn't you? Has my daughter made even a single request of you? Of course not. If only she'd take to weaving and forget this courage and nonsense. You may think me unfair, but my daughter's everything to me, and I cannot... When I lost my husband, I would have lost my mind had it not been for Avril. I won't let the war take her from me, too. There is absolutely no need for her to see battle. But her so-called friends seem to speak of nothing but fighting. They're little more than maids, but do they act maidenly? Really, the young ladies there these days are. A little judgmental, are you? Talking. Jimmy, I've talked your ear off. Well, I'd best be getting home now. Thank you, though. If only more of our young were as good listeners as you. Back in my age. Back in my day and age. You young whippersnappers. I give you time to find your dress. Monica, I found my dress. It's hardly a splendid evening gown, but Mother never bought me better. Couldn't find the dress gloves, though. Mother must have thrown them away. In fairness, I've used them so much that the fingers had worn through. Could you make me a new pair? I'd like something tasteful that matches my dress. Holy rainbow gloves would do it. I should think as pretty as you can... I should think as pretty as you can make. Done. Hey, finish my holy rainbow gloves? Sorry, I don't mean to rush you. It's just that I'm bursting to see my friends. Yeah. And they're high quality. Fancy new gloves. These are absolutely gorgeous. The cloth has such a luster, and the stitching is so fine. Why, I feel as though I could dance. They're so wonderful. I never could have made something so splendid. It must be so sublime to bring happiness to people with your handiwork. Oh, and tea. Tea will be all the more wonderful now. I can't wait to see what my childhood sweetheart thinks of these. It's been beastly trying to meet him, you know, because Mother never approved of him being from the broom. But he's the most gentle soul, albeit a bit clumsy. I don't know what he'd do without me. Well, now that I've seen you work with my own two eyes, there are about 100 things I'd like you to make. I'll be in touch after tea, of course. Alright. Get more stuff to de-synth. Come back at 55. Alright. It was absolutely perfect tea. I mean, my sweetheart was there. He hasn't changed a bit, the clumsy dear. It's just he's not doing so well. He didn't have the head for conjury, so he's given up. Now he means to serve under House Durandare as a soldier. But he's not cut out for it. I realize he has no choice, but his first battle is fast approaching. I'm worried he won't come back. So I'm going with him. The poor thing needs someone to watch over him. I can't just go to war, though. I need to be accepted as a chirurgeon first, and that means getting my conjure up to snuff. I need the proper attire, too, if you catch my drift. First, I want a hat. I can't just be a chirurgeon's hat, though. Mother will catch wind of my plans in an instant. No, I'll only get away with this if it looks like something a prim young lady would wear. Unfortunately, I have no idea what's in fashion, let alone what the prim young ladies are wearing. That's where I'd like you to begin. I'm sure the more dapper townsfolk would be happy to tell you about their hats. Hats all, folks. Well-dressed townsperson. What hats are in vogue these days? Cavalier's hats. Everyone who's anyone knows that. Oh, Cavalier's hats are all the rage. Knights wore them first, of course, so they lend the wearer an air of chivalry. Can I jump down there? Yes. No sign of mommy dearest? Cavalier's hat, huh? Who would have thought? Well, in any case, that takes care of the form, but what of the function? I suppose we want something that lends itself to healing, and I'm not sure what that would entail. Might your guildmaster know something of this? He must have an opinion on the matter. Could you ask him for me? I'm going all the way back. No, I'm not going back yet. I still got shit to do here. Over here at the pub. Hello. You came a warm welcome to Ishgard. Well, as warm as it gets up here anyway. So are you ready to learn about my favorite fishing holes? It'll soon be the end of the stormy season, Corthus, so we'll be able to fish our heart's content without being frozen solid. Come back in a little while and I'll show you some of the perfect places to catch the finest fish in the north. As I see at what, level 81? A little overexperienced for this. Alright, come back at 53. Ansel is eager to share some exciting information about a fellow fisher. Good to see you. I have some news for you think you're going to like. Have you ever heard of a fish called an ice pick? Not only do they have a kick like a Mylodon and the wits to give any fisherman a challenge, but cut them into gudgeons and fry them till they're golden, and they're just the thing to take away the taste of Girbelon's best brown. Well, a shoal of the beauties is beside in the fishing hole I know in the western highlands of Corthus. Let's head over, shall we? I'll meet you by the northern entrance to Falcon's Nest. What a coincidence, I gotta go to Falcon's Nest for something else, too. Shall we go and get judged with armor working first, though? Head on out here. Hello! You prayed before my beloved then? My thanks. I take my devotions quite seriously, but I fear Benethar and the others would mock me for it. That's what's ideal shield you seek to craft. I suppose that would change depending on the gladiator you ask, but most would appreciate one that didn't drag on their arm as if it weighed a ton. You are obviously familiar with titanium. The metal is light and strong, and I, for one, would be overjoyed to own a hoplon crafted of such material. I hope that answers your question. I guess we'll go deliver it. Hello. Miss Melko, can I assume that your presence means that our new gladiator's shield is ready? Yes. Have a hoplon. Hoplon to it. Nice insignia on it. Wow, you're happy? Right, now that it's done lecturing me, let's have a look at this piece you've been working on. Peace out. Everyone's just posing. Ugh, my eyes, I ain't never seen titanium polish so bright before. It's like something out of a storybook. Superb job as always. With such shield as an incentive, we shall soon have applicants falling over themselves to join our party. What about your friend? I've posted our recruitment notice. Now we have but to wait. What are you doing here? I thought you were too good for new equipment. I came for the free hoplon, but I never would have bothered if I'd known who had posted the offer. I'll not accept aught from you. Why must you be so stubborn? It's so hard to accept gifts from a friend. It is, and I'll not take so much as an eel pie from you until you spend some coin on yourself. Even the armor I'm wearing now was bought with your purse. For some I could never have afforded. I truly appreciate all you have done for me, but for the love of the 12, you cannot continue to venture in those rags. Your head is so filled with concern for the lives of your companions that you fail to care for your own. One mug, I never knew you felt that way, but how could I not put you before myself? After all, your role places you square in harm's way. And yet, speaking honestly with you scared me more. Forgive me, my friend. I would rejoin the party if you would have me. Alright, now hug and kiss. Of course we will. You're the only gladiator we trust. Now I promise to consider my own protection, so will you please just take the shield? With pleasure. This hoplon is a masterpiece. What a surprise! How did Benethar know that one Mago would come running for a shield he'd always wanted? And it's impossible that one Mago could have guessed who posted that recruitment notice in the first place. What are the odds? Just get married already? Aye, and what are the odds that I'd get a more perfect chance to serve my customers? One Mago, I'll forge you some new armor, and it won't cost you a single gil. And I've got a weaver friend that'll sell me some fancy new conjurer garments to the price of the asking. You speak truly? Why, this would solve all our problems in one fell swoop. I'll not be too proud to accept your generous offer, Master Blanstyr. If you might forge me a set of armor to match this wondrous shield, I'd be eternally grateful. You want it light and sturdy then? Right, I'll be back as soon as I'm done. Ooh, you make fancy stuff now too. Everyone's fucking decked out. This titanium plate makes me feel invulnerable. I cannot thank you enough. And these robes are the most luxurious I've ever owned. Thank you, Master Blanstyr. Bah, I was glad to help. All part of the service. Well, my friends, we are as ready as we'll ever be. Let us engage your terrible foe and show ourselves worthy of these gifts. Alright, but what do you do for the level 60 quest? And you're talking to Nanzo was the right choice. Under her tutelage, I've become a different man. You might even say as I've been reforged. Alright, it's materia time. Come back at level 60. Holy million experience. The Pride of Vameli. In order to complete this quest, you must have learned the advanced recipes. Done. Well, okay, I haven't learned them. Well, I have learned them. Seems unusually excited. Did you hear our venture and friends is back from their monster hunt? I say we go and give him a big laments and welcome home. And now that you come along too, so you see how well my armor held up. I'll fetch the Forge Master. Go on ahead to the wench if you like. Go faster. You guys okay? You guys don't look okay. Hell's that thing was fast. I hope nobody saw us. I thought we were done for. That doesn't sound good. Sad music. And the Seven Hells happened to you lot. The creature, we barely escaped with our lives. I was too slow with my spells. No, I positioned myself poorly. Listen, if there was a problem with my armor, then you'd best tell me. Don't lie to me, lad. I need to know if my work's not up to scratch. You'll not hurt my precious feelings, I promise you. Aye, it was the armor. It's as light and strong as I could have wished for, but too tight around the shoulders. I couldn't swing my sword the way I wanted. Didn't think to adjust the plates for Gladia's range of movement. So much for understanding my client's needs, eh? Monica, I've got a new commission for you. Right now, my craft ain't good enough to forge the kind of equipment one Maga needs. But yours is. I'm asking you as a colleague of a customer, to make him the finest armor your hammer can manage. What have we done to deserve such kindness? You saved my life, remember? And maybe with the right armor I can help save yours in return. You are a good man, Master Blanstyr. Come, my friends, let us descend to Bulwark Hall and make preparations to meet our nemesis once more. Appreciate your help in this last, and just to make sure there's no mistakes this time, I'll be headed to the Gladiator's Guild to ask what style armor works best for him. This change Blanstyr is unsettling. I almost prefer when he's spitting insults at me, and in case the armor's design may not be the only factor worth considering here, I shall visit Ulda myself and speak with the miners concerning their recent excavation efforts. Meanwhile, you should join Blanstyr at the Gladiator's Guild and assist him with his inquiries. Meet me at the Miners' Guild when you have the answers you need. It just so happens I got a Red Rose over there too. This is the run around and talk to people episode. Item delivery episode. Got bored going away, did ya? I'd have been back by now if these damn sword swingers only stopped training long enough to talk to me. I tried asking the stern-looking lass over there, but it seems she don't like my disrespectful tongue. You have a word with her then? Will ya? Or I'll see if I can get the attention of one of these other blokes. Information get? Right, putting our answers together, we're looking at a piece that's heavy on protecting the chest but allows the arms a full range of movement. Sounds like a Lorica to me. Exactly what I was thinking of after hearing of Juan Maga's troubles. This was a long way to come to learn something I already knew. At the Miners Guild, is she? Well, let's see if the Forge Master's had some luck with it. Better luck than us. Minor inconvenience. Damn you, Loricons. Already finished my mercenary work here. I've got some good tidings from our miner friends. We had thought all sorts of adamantite ore had been exhausted, but I'm told that the new seams were recently discovered in lands that were once part of the Allegan Empire. And with the supply of adamantite ore, we can resume production of adamantite. A metal much favored by the ancients. Not only is it incredibly resilient, it is also valued for its unique elasticity. If there's no give, then harder metals tend towards cracking. Can you imagine a Lorca made out of that adamantite stuff? Now that's what I call the ideal armor. There's my commission for you. I'm gonna forge one Maga and adamantite Lorica, one that'll fend off even the most savage of blows. I'll leave it to you then. See you back in limbs, alas. Alright, see you guys. Done. I mean, while we're here. Hello. Well, that is a tale I expected to hear, and this girl wants a hat that she can wear as easily about town into battle? This is tricky. I wouldn't expect civilians to commonly wear cavaliers' hats like you're describing. I wonder if Ishgard's taste in fashion stems from her people's warring spirit. But that's neither here nor there. As for your question, the best fabric for healers is woven in fibers that absorb aether. And it's just using holy rainbow cloth, for not only is its conductivity superb, but it should also make for a gorgeous hat. I'll run around some more. I'll get to work on this goldsmithing shit then, too. Hi, Gigi. Oh, Monica, back so soon? I trust you met with Marcel. Yes, is he wearing that silly still wearing the silly monocle? Just to make him look more refined, that he might better impress his customers. Just between you and me, I find it oh so slightly pretentious. But, oh yes, do tell me about your assignment. To give form to that which is formless and breathe a warm, beating heart into the coldest of metal? Why, that was the very challenge my master posed to me when I set off on my own as a goldsmith. It would seem his words resonated deeply with Marcel as well. To realize that ideal in one's own work is the sign of a truly first-rate goldsmith. Or so my master always said. That said, it is quite the riddle, is it not? That which is formless. Ye riddle schmiddle. Colors, scents, songs. Well, I could make 1,000 formless things in the time it would take for you to get your hammer out of your... You can stop right there, Gigi. That said, there's at least a smidgen of truth in what he says. There are all sorts of formless things that could be given form, which means that there's no single right answer. Form for the formless is up to you to find an answer to this riddle that will use your talents to the fullest and please your customer to boot. But if anyone can do it, you can. Why, I can scarcely wait to see what you come up with. I speak to Lala friend over in the Adventurers Guild. Way up at the quicksand. Hi, Lala friend. Hey, Monica, wait, don't tell me. Come to consult with yours truly matters of the heart, mayhap? Work, you say? Well, that ain't half as fun now, is it? But I reckon I still might be able to help you some. Not that I'm much of an expert on gift giving, mind ya. If I were like as not, I wouldn't be standing behind this counter alone, if you catch my meaning. Many say it's best to go straight to the source, but things ain't always so simple. Just ask one of my regulars. She asked her beau what he wanted for his name, Dan. You know what he said? A fond memory, mayhap. A memory! They don't sell those at Ashtame's last I checked. Which doesn't say that I don't understand what he was getting at. In the end, it's not the gift itself that matters, but the feelings behind it. Hardened warrior or no, when he returns from the battlefield to his beloved waiting for him with open arms, he'll be moved by anything she has to offer. That said, when a gift's got too much emotion wrapped up in it, it can be quite a burden for the recipient to bear. Take my old hairpin, which sat sealed away out of sight until I worked up the courage to face my true feelings. This customer of yours and her husband are getting on in their years, no? Strictly, the ideal gift would be one that serves to reaffirm the bond they already share. A keepsake of sorts that would call to mind the day when the spinner first brought them together. Seems to me that'd be as good a starting point as any, wouldn't you say? Alright, back to jewelry shop. Hello? What's going on with you? That needs a cutscene. To give form to that which is formless and breathe a warm beating heart into the coldest of metal. Well, Darkstar, I trust you have given these words due thought since last we spoke. So you've spoken with Mr. Serendipity and Miss Momody? Excellent. I would have your thoughts on... but I can wait. Our client honors us with her presence. Good evening, Marcel. I had business nearby and I thought I would pay a visit. My lady, as ever, you honor us with your presence and grace us with your beauty, and you could not have picked a better time. Allow me to introduce Miss Darkstar, the goldsmith, who will be assisting me in the crafting of a masterpiece to be you have ordered. To give form to that which is formless and breathe a warm, beating heart into the coldest metal, such is the ideal we at Ashtames strive to achieve with our work. A color, a scent, a melody, all lacking in form, but indelibly tied to our memories. The artistic process continues to unfold as we speak, but you have my word that the finished product will be fit for one of your surpassing aesthetic sensitivities. And I'm pleased indeed to hear it. But if you're trying to win my favor with those fly words, Marcel, I fear I'm already spoken for. But speaking of memories and melodies, my husband and I have always shared a love for the ballads of the songstress of Ulda. Do we all not share such a love, my lady? and yet I fear that even the most skilled goldsmith will be hard-pressed to give form to a piece of... But wait. I've got it by now in my thought. I've got it, a music box of gold. How something divine, a music box that would play a melody from our younger days. Why, I could not have dreamed up a more perfect gift in 100 years. Your words hurt me, my lady, but I must give credit where credit due. It is a stroke of inspiration that would not have come to me without the assistance of Miss Darkstar here. Into a vessel of purest gold we shall carve a melody that will carry you and your husband back to the precious days when the spinner guided you to each other. I fear I must ask for your patience a little longer, lady. Rest assured that we will spare no effort to create the perfect gift for you for your most special days. Alright, so we start making music box. I already have a completed music box. I can't just go straight to that. Alright, what's next? Marcel speaks with you about the music box you'll be crafting. I believe it is time we begin working on Madame Peak's music box. I have taken the liberty of choosing the song myself. It is a piece of particular sentimental value to my client and her dear husband, and one of the finest pieces from the songstress's repertoire, if I do say so myself. As for what physical form music boxes take, that is for the artisan to decide. I suggest you begin by speaking with our client herself. Worry not, I've already made the necessary arrangements. She waits you at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Is just running around delivering shit in this area? You're the goldsmith who will be crafting my music box. Yes, Marcel's told me all about you. My expectations are high, but I trust you will not have been chosen for this task where you're not capable of meeting them. Yes, I can scarcely wait to see what manner of extravagant masterpiece you'll create for me. It will be a masterpiece, yes, a work of delicate, refined elegance, but sturdy enough to stand up to daily use, and still last as an heirloom for eras to come. It will be inlaid with a great gemstone of perfect cut and clarity, yes? Oh, but of course it will. Marcel knows I will sell for nothing less, but what sort of gemstone would suffice? I've always liked rubies, but sapphires are so beautiful as well. Perhaps both, if that wouldn't be too ostentatious. Heavens, I'm starting to confuse myself. Oh, but look at the time. I'm afraid I must be off. Do give my regards to Marcel. Alright, see ya, tall lady. Hello, a music box of pure gold adorned with a great ruby and sapphire, stirred up to be played each day and yet still lasts as an heirloom to be passed down through generations. Why, that is so exceptionally inspired, and it's a wonder that I wasn't the one. Why, that is so exceptionally inspired. It's a wonder that I wasn't the one who thought of it. As the music box itself will be quite large, we will require stones of impressive size to match. It will be no small task to see that all elements, gold and gemstone alike, are balanced, complement each other, and achieving perfect harmony. Before commencing work on our client's piece, you would do well to hone your skills by crafting a piece requiring similar materials and techniques. Let me see. Well, yes, a hard silver bangle of casting might be very well suffice. Fashion me one, and I might judge whether or not you are ready to proceed. Done. Hey, fashion the hard silver bangle of casting that I requested. Show it to me, and I'll evaluate the quality of your work. Yes, it's high quality. Doesn't have to be high quality. By thought, I've seen many a bangle in my day, but never one that's exuded such grace. I can see why Mr. Serendipity spoke so highly of you. Technical skill and aesthetic sensitivity, an artist who lacks one or the other is no true artist at all, but you clearly possess both, and in spades, my good woman. Yes, if anyone can give form to the formless and breathe the heart into metal, it is you. You are worthy heir to my mentor's legacy if ever there was one. And yet, even one of your already estimable skills must not neglect your practice. Our client expects no less than a masterpiece after all. Continue to hone your skills, and I shall call upon you before long. Come back at level 55. Well, done. It's looking somewhat agitated. What kind of shenanigans are going on now? Yes, what is it? Oh, Darkstar, pardon me, I was in a bit of a fluster. I've just received word that my client's husband's en route to this establishment at this very moment. As for I haven't a clue. I have kept his wife's commission in the strictest of confidence, just as I was instructed. Ah, but speak of the devil. Marcel, I'm a busy man, so I'll get straight to the point. My bond anniversary is coming up, and I need something for my better half. Don't worry, I've already thought up the perfect present. A music box of solid gold. Never heard of anything so inspired, have you? You don't have to say it. I can see in your dumbstruck face, and it doesn't end there. I've even picked out the perfect song, the timeless melody that made the songstress of old household name the realm over. Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was swaying back and forth in a half-blind rapture enthralled by a songstress's ethereal voice, when I bumped into the lovely lass sitting next to me. I knew it at that very moment. Now this was a woman I could spend an eternity with. You see what I'm getting at, Marcel? On our anniversary day, I want to make Jeweled Peak as happy as she's made me, and a music box from Eshthames is going to be the golden ticket. And with that, I'm off. And I trust you will not speak a word of this to my wife. So that's why the final quest has you making 2 boxes. Twin music boxes commissioned by husband and wife to be gifted on the same day, playing the same exact song. This is an unexpected development, to say the least. I could speak to one or the other and persuade them to reconsider the choice of present, but then I would be breaking my vow of secrecy. No, a man is nothing without his word. I will give this some thought. In the meantime, why don't you speak with Mistress Serendipity to see if she has some insight into our predicament? I think it's fine. Let's make many music boxes. Hello, oh dear, you and myself have gotten yourselves quite the pickle, haven't you? And I don't mean a sea pickle, which can be quite tasty in a light vinegar sauce. If what I hear is to be believed, but where were we? Oh yes, the 2 music boxes. Marcel's right not to betray his vow of secrecy, yet at the same time, simply crafting 2 identical music boxes would be a recipe for disaster. At times I think back towards a master. When faced with a dilemma, he would say, the true artisan seeks answers in the pursuit of the infinite possibilities of his art. A music box affords plenty of possibilities, does it not? There are plenty of ways to introduce variety, both in its physical appearance and in the melody it plays. Speaking of which, what song is it that you would have your creation play? Oh, why yes, I remember that piece quite well. You'd be hard-pressed to find anyone in Sultanate who doesn't harbor fondness for the ballads of the songstress of Ulda. Why, believe it or not, the composer of the piece, Pierre Vane is his name, is a personal acquaintance of mine. He's quite the genius and not shy about telling others just that. If anyone would know how to lend a special touch to your work, it would be him. But don't just take my word for it. What say you go speak to him yourself? That said, it may prove quite a trek. He left the Sultanate some years ago and now serves as a personal musician and performer for House Halenart in Ishgard. Have you been to Ishgard, Monica? It's ever so cold, but those snowy visits are oh so beautiful, if I do say so myself. Oh, what are you standing around here chatting for? Here, take this. It's a personal letter of introduction from yours truly that would suffice for getting you through the doors of Halenart Manor. And do send Master Pierre Vane my regards. The dude is very Pierre Vane. Alright, back to Ishgard. Fuck it, go to Falcon's Nest first. There's Fisher things to do here, too. Hey, guys. I'm Monica, you're finally here. I was afraid I missed you. To tell the truth, the young lady and I have just returned from the fishing hall. I'll explain in a second, but first let me introduce you, Monica. Meet Reina, a fellow fishing enthusiast. We only just met ourselves. She was just passing by when I spotted the rod strapped to her back and introduced myself. Reina had heard about the ice pick sighting too, and, well, after a bit of mutual rod rattling, we decided to have a little competition. I'm sorry we didn't wait for you, but you know how hot-headed we fishers can be. Of course, I wish I had waited. By the time I'd managed to catch my first decent ice pick, she had already had a brace in the net. Yeah, how embarrassing for you, and in your own stamping grounds, too. Why, I'd never been to that fishing hole before in all my life, yet the fish were practically throwing themselves out of the water for me. Ah, kick me while I'm down, why don't ya? I demand vengeance, Monica, and who better deliver it than the lady Master Wawalago called the absolute apex of the angling art? The absolute apex of the what now? The apex of the angling art, the perfect piscatrix, the finest fisherwoman in the firmament. He was talking about you, Monica. If there's anyone who can wipe that smirk off Reina's face, you can. The pond where you'll fish is off to the north. Cross the bridge and keep going until you reach the Gorgang holding. You should find it easily enough. It's the only stretch of liquid water in Malms. Reina caught 2 ice picks, so you're gonna have to catch 3. Done. Fishing hole where we found the... Alright, it's just directions again. Here you go. She gonna be mad? You mad? Haha, 3 ice picks and every one a beauty. How do you like that, Reina? Who's laughing now? What? I can't believe you beat my record. Alright, a minute. You're a better fisherwoman than me, and thrice as good as Anselm. I may have lost context, but it's been wonderful to meet you both. I thought I was the only one who spent her days traveling around taking on what jobs I can to fuel my fishing habit, but now I know that there are at least 2 more Epicureans in the world. So you're a real angling addict, are you, Reina? No doubt you could tell us some tales that would set our fishing fancy's hearts flutter. Oh, of course, as least I can do. The winner of the competition should have a reward, after all. Now, I don't know if there's any truth in this tale, but there's a certain story doing the rounds in Giovannia that you might find interesting. Not so very long ago, there was a chocobo hunter who found a wounded fish on the shore of the Sea of Clouds. It was a Moogle spirit, known to fishermen the realm over as the Manta of the Skies. A hook was through its lip, an unattended rod laying at its side. The hunter took up the rod and freed the fish, but as soon as he did so, the spirit scooped him in its fins and swept him away to an island above the clouds. Not knowing where he was or how to get home, he dropped the line into the clouds while he waited rescue. Within moments, there was a jerk on the line, and he pulled up a strange fish covered in spines. A few more minutes of fishing, and he had caught enough of the things to spell out help and cloudkin. His message was spotted by a passing airship, and the fellow was saved. Well, what do you think? The chocobo hunters tell it to their children as a bedtime story, but I've got a funny feeling that there might be more to it than that. But anyway, I can't stand around chatting while there's work to be done. If that story tickled you, why don't you go have a look around the Sea of Clouds? If you're lucky, you might catch a few of those helpful fish yourselves. Bye! These strange fish the chocobo hunter pulled from the clouds. I think I might have an idea what they were. The Ishgardians and nobility used to harvest them for their poison. So much so they drove them to extinction, or so I thought until now. Here, take some of these. The noblemen used to bait their hooks with these red balloons to catch those fish. If the creatures really are still around, chances are the tastes haven't changed. Balloon bugs spend their lives in the skies, but they make their nests in the earth. If you would need any more of them, a friendly botanist or miner should be able to dig some out for you. But anyway, thanks for today. You really saved my skin. If Reina had won that contest, I don't think I ever would have lived it down. I'm heading back to the night to celebrate. See you soon. Alright, bye. Alright, new fishing things. There's also you doing things up here. Tossed about like a rag doll she did. How could such a wee thing be so strong? Bollocks! Who? Oh, the smith. Why are you here? Of course, the steward would send someone. He need not fret, so House Durandare wanted for blades. I gladly volunteered. This patrol earns me money and experience both. Nor was it uneventful. Behold, 3 captured cut purses. I have just now finished binding them. Concerned. Why do you stare so, Smith? And what happened to your armor? Nothing escapes you, does it? Couldn't be helped. The rivets holding the plates of my armor broke during the tussle. It is not meet I enter the tourney without my cuirass, yet to pay for this patrol that will not cover repairs, and I cannot ask you to forge rivets for free. Yeah, you kinda can. It's a quest. No matter an iron will triumphs over all, as my father used to say. May Helen rest his soul. You may tell from one day and I am perfectly fine. Now, brigands, up! I happen to have high-quality rivets on me. Alright, head back to town. Let's see, what was I doing up here? Alright, your goldsmith things. What business have you with House Halenart? Introduction letter. You seek Master Peerbian, do you? I fear he left the manor days ago for the Sea of Clouds, where he would travel with my lord's retinue. A real artist that one said that the view from the top of the clouds would inspire him to compose a masterpiece like none this world had ever known. The lady, being quite taken with the man's work, persuaded my lord, and that was that. The man can pen a good song, I'll give you that, but if you ask me, there's no place for a glorified minstrel on the field of battle, so if you'd meet with the man, far be it from me to stop you, you'll find him at Camp Cloudtop. So okay, your request completed. I'm giddy to see what you and your guildmaster have come up with. This. Be happy with a new hat. Oh, thank you. It's quite fetching on me if I do see someone. Best of all, no one would mistake me for a healer. Freskin, what in heaven's name? Heal him. Thank you, all the pain's all gone. You got a great hand with healing magic, same as ever. What happened to you? Did you hurt yourself training? No, not quite. I was tired out from all the running about, and I lost my footing on the way down from the hopple, and I fell down the stairs. Monica, this is Freskin, my friend, who I told you about earlier. Just get married already. Remember, you look beautiful. That cap you've got on is really something. Isn't it just? And it's secretly a conjurer's hat. This weaver made it for me for my practice. This way, Mother would never... Oh gods, Mother, Freskin, you may need to go now. There'll be a bloodbath if she finds you here. Poor guy. Huh, I told you he was clumsy. What in the world would he do without me? Well, when I have needed to another fair, I'll let you know. But for now, let's practice. House Durandare takes only the bestest chirurgeons. I see what you did there. Angry mother. Just let her heal. Alright, come back at 58. Everyone's eyes are shining with glee. Monica, I've wondered times House Durandare has kept me as a chirurgeon. I can go with Freskin now. Of course, I've yet to tell Mother, but she's been acting strangely. Why, she asked me to spin a wool donation and told me she needed it for that last bell. So I worked as fast as I could and just finished it. I hate to ask, but would you to be a dear and take it to her? I deliver myself, but Freskin has been training with his master at arms and I'm worried about him. I'd like to inspect him when he gets back to make sure he's alright. It's like, Mother, don't waste her healing talents. There's a healer and a tank, they're in high demand. I'd understand if she was trying to be a DPS, but there's enough of those crowding through the queues. 58 quest is turn in crawler silk, right? You? What are you doing here? Full donation. I would hoped Avril would come herself, but I wasn't expecting her until later. She shouldn't have finished this quickly. Maybe she is improving. Very well. Tell her to make a set of monastic robes. If she can't do it, she will not be leaving the house on these ridiculous outings. I will forbid it. She has everything she needs for weaving in her chambers. And don't you dare make the ropes for her. If you sew so much as one stitch, I will be able to tell. Angry mother. Hello. Freskin is safe, though he managed to bang himself up on the road home. Somehow. Now, what a mother was she? She wasn't too angry, was she? Is that a jest? I can't just make monastic robes with a flick of my wrist. If she sensed I'm lying, what else could she burden me with? Why else would she burden me with an impossible task and take my freedom if I fail? Gods, if only you could do it for me. Mother will notice, and then I'll be locked at home forever and ever. I'll just have to roll up my sleeves and do it myself. Where to begin? What do I use for monastic? Oh, that's right, crawler silk. It's impossible finding of quality in Ishgard. But it's not cheating if you spin me the silk and I make the robe, is it? Haha, that's it. I can do this if you make me 3 spindles, please. Done. What do you think? I'll show Mother I can do it. I just need crawler silk. There you go. Make special robes. Shenanigans. Beautiful, exactly what I expect from you, Monica. God is willing, it shouldn't be too hard to make monastic robes using these materials. I'll get to weaving them now. Wait here, I'd like you to look over my effort. Special robes. Well, that turned out to be much better than I expected, all thanks to the collar silk you spun me, I dare say. However, what are you doing loafing about here? I gave you a task. Hello to you too, Mother. Oh, and the robes are finished. What? How did Monica make them for you? Are you passing your work off as your own? Don't lie to me, girl. Why, Mother, you wrong me. She did obtain the materials, but I stitched the robes from collar to hem entirely by myself, thank you. The seams aren't quite even. Very much your handiwork. I'm so happy you're satisfied, Mother. I take it I have your permission to be away from home more often? It's just more pleasant outside, don't you think? Humph, arrogant girl, you remind me of... Humph. Bitch. What in the world? Oh, who cares? She didn't say no. I've got all the time I need to practice conjuring now. Thank you again, Monica. I'll call you again for one last request if that's alright. Just before Freskin and I leave. Alright, get some of that CP. Wait, that came out wrong. Level up, and final quest. Our face has the Grim Resolution 1 bound for war. Freskin and I will be bound for the front lines soon, and I'm ready for it. Well, mostly I have one last quest for you, at least for the time being. Could you create me a garment to wear into battle? Mother doesn't know I'm leaving and I'm not telling her. It's imperative that the clothing be sufficiently fashionable, lest she grows suspicious of my true plans. Could you speak with the townsfolk again? I would like to blend in with them, so as to make her think that I'm off on some social outing. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but you've seen how Mother gets. I don't want her to worry. No matter what I say, she won't understand. I just can't be what she wants me to be. No, the less she knows of my plans, the better. She already knows, though. Alright, where are these well-dressed people? There's a well-dressed person, right by a Moogle. What, to wear the Cavalier's hat? Why, a doublet, of course, but it must match your cap, so you'll look like as strange as the goblin with the Gooboos head. Alright, see ya. Where else can I find well-dressed people? There's a well-dressed person, hiding way out here. Hello. My outfit, I'm flattered that you asked. This is my finest BLIAUD, and I've paired it with my Cavalier's hat. It does seem to be what everyone is wearing these days. No, it makes me bleed my own BLIAUD. Hello, sometimes when I'm wearing BLIAUDs and doublets, I'm quite fond of both styles. Doublet will do for me. Reminds me of an old one we got at home. I always thought it was quite pretty. Perhaps Mother wore it back before she became so dull. If I could use it, I would, but it's not meant for battle. Actually, could you speak with your guildmaster about that? As with my hat, doublet will need to serve as armor too. I'm going all the way back to that guild. First, let's get back to blacksmithing things. Hello, did you find her? Is my lady alright? She needs rivets. No, of course, how long is for Fen? That is only a suit of armor. In iron will triumphs overall. Yes, Sir Germain was full of such sayings. What he actually said was an iron will triumphs overall when steel armor defends it. My mistress omitted the last part to seem strong in your eyes, no doubt. In truth, she can enter the tourney without her career, so my lady will need 3 bags of new rivets. Mithrid, I think, would be best, light and not easily broken, and of the highest quality, if you please. After that, I'm still unable to offer you anything of tangible value, but please, a smith your reputation would not deny us now, would you? Helster won't remembers her allies, I promise you. Gervain always pays their debts. Have you any difficulty in fashioning the Mithrite rivets? Nope. All done. Well, the craftsmanship is splendid, absolutely splendid. I can make my lady's queers as good as new with these. Thank you. And thank you for keeping the matter of your recompense or lack thereof between us. I'm not trying to deceive my mistress, of course, but I fear she may lose focus if our arrangement is revealed. Her mind must be on the tourney, and I will do all I can to keep her from distraction. Alright, well, I guess I'll pick up another one of these. Alright, 55. Oh, excuse me, I received a missive from my lady and was just starting to read it. Must test skills. Were you not gone to the Gervanian Forelands? Only for fence straight into the Horde. No, surely even she would not be that reckless just before the tourney's trial round is about set to begin. At the very least, she will stop once at tail feather the rest. Please find her, stop her if you can, and delay her if you cannot. I will follow as soon as I can finish here. Alright, I guess back to Ul'dah. Actually, I probably should stop by Camp Cloudtop first to learn about song stuff. Because they'll have me coming back here anyways. Hello, good heavens, off to war now, is she? I suppose that is Ishgard's way. It's a pity she means to further see her own mother, but I understand her request. She may not return from her battle. If you must go, go with style. Like you see, the fabric of Ishgardian life is woven from loss. That is why their art has such beauty. Their lives are as glorious candles, burning twice as bright but half as long. Huh, I dare say that gem will inspire me for some time. But you're asking about fabrics. We discussed how magic wielders' needs are best served by fibers that absorb aetherite. Then have you considered where the battle will be fought? Korthos is frigid, and frostbite can kill just as easily as dragonfire. Only the warmest fabrics will do. Chimerical felt, a chivalric doublet of healing made of this ought to suit Averil's needs. Alright, but I already have one made, and it's high quality. Alright, I guess, I don't know. Finish off the armor stuff. Of course, it's called Never Leave Without a Goodbye, so I'm guessing Mom's gonna be like, alright, you go off to war. Oh, there you are. I've been interested to see this adamantite creation of yours. Take a look. Never seen the like. Even a behemoth to have a hard time putting a scratch on that thing. The whole piece is so light, you'd never think it was made of metal at all. I've exceeded all my expectations. And while you've been busy forging its beauty, Ananza and me have been putting together a little surprise for the rest of the party. I never had my weaver mate stitch up a new... I even had my weaver mate stitch up a new hat for Benethare. Everything we had we poured into these gifts. There'll be no complaints this time. Here, you should be the one to bear the pride of Vimeli. Head down to Bark Hall and hand it over to those venturers. The Forge Master and me will be right behind you. The pride of Vimeli. Sounds like pasta. All the way fuck up there. Hello, will you be able to complete your quest with this? Greetings, you brought gifts for all of us? Yes. In a snazzy crate. Go forth and win your fight. Hardly feels like I'm wearing armor at all. Nothing to stop me springing and stinging. That one's mine. I stripped the design down to its bare essentials for maximum mobility. Now this gorgeous helm leaves bare my best features. I can already picture myself weaving through our foes in a deadly dance. An epic tapestry waiting to be woven. I made that one. Took the lessons of 2 separate guildmasters, but I finally forged something you approved of. Yes, I like this. I feel not the slightest resistance to my movements. That there masterpiece was forged from Monica, the perfect design crafted from the perfect metal. If you lose to your quarry with that on your back, don't bother coming back at all. I cannot thank you enough. Now I might concentrate on healing without thoughts of shabby equipment clouding my judgment. No more excuses, my fine companions. We certainly look the part of heroes, so let us prove that we are such in truth. Onwards! So did they win? Off into the sunset they go. Well, I guess not really sunset. Never been one for encouraging folk. Never knew it could feel this good. Getting beaten by you all them years ago was bad enough, but after losing the same Conscious Monica in front of the Admiral no less, I lost my way as well. If those ventures hadn't saved me, I might never have found the path I'm on now. Thanks to them, I learned the value of listening to my clients, but more importantly, how to listen to my colleagues. To me, armorcraft was something to be mastered alone. At worst, a colleague was someone that dragged you down. At best, a rebel to spur you along. I was always trying to distance myself. I see my mistake now. I see how I stunted my growth by shunning the knowledge and support of my fellow artisans. Monica Forgemaster, you could have given up on this bitter old arcs, but you didn't, and for that you have my deepest thanks. Small, medium, and large armor smiths? Huh, you pushed everyone away from the greatest novice to the oldest veteran, and the last thing I expected was to have you ask me for help. Maybe now we can work together to raise our craft to new heights. After learning your lessons, I reckon my work is better than it's ever been. I reckon I might even be good enough to challenge you to another contest. You certainly come a long way. Wait, what was that about a contest? 3 rounds, winner takes all. I've got to get back to my forge and start crafting me some ingots. We'll see who's the best now, Forge Master. Gah! Do we not just talk about this rival business? Well, a little friendly rivalry is good for the guild, and even a Forge Master should be kept on her toes. Do your worst, you old buzzard. I'll be ready for you. Alright, peace out. Come back once you finish more of the main story. Reward? Do we get to hear... Did they win, though? Alright, come back later. Let's go talk to Avril Lavigne again. My heart is all aflutter. I can't wait to see what you... Or is it that I'm anxious about the battles ahead? Well, is it done? Yes, and it's high quality. It's even better. Happy music. Hooray! It's stunning while I'll be the belle of the battlefield. Thank you so much. Now there's nothing holding me back. I do wish Mother knows. Best she doesn't know. Fresk and I will go via the Ark of the Worthy. Please see us off there. It's bad luck to leave without a soul to say goodbye to. Mommy Dearest gonna be hanging out there? Wait, is she gonna be fighting in the Central Highland? She's gonna be wearing level 60 gear. She'll be fine. If she gets murdered with that stuff, it's a learn to play issue. So when's the wedding? Thank you for coming, Monica. When I return, I will be sure to tell you about all of our adventures. But if I don't make it back, tell Mother that I was chasing my dreams, that I was happy. Farewell, my friend. Is Mom gonna be right here? Abra, where are you going dressed like that? She does say, we are going to the front... To the fete, right, darling? That's why I'm wearing my finest. For the fete. Fate? I didn't see what the accent was there. Your fete is sealed? Is that so? Well, cancel your plans. Exceal's need of more monastic robes and right this very instant. Can't wait, Mother. I've been dreaming of this party for so long. And your party is more important than the gods' work. Your last robes are so well received, I think you'll need to make 100 sets. You can do it, yes? You know the truth, Mother? I'm a courage and I'm leaving for the front lines tonight with my sweetheart. Please don't try to stop me. I couldn't bear sitting at home praying for my Freskin safety when I could see to it myself. It's bad luck, you know, to leave without letting me say goodbye. Your romance gave you away, dear. I know a courageous doublet when I see it. I wore one myself. I just hoped you never would. I went to war too. Your father was so gallant, and I was so in love with him. How could I not go? But I never told him I was with child. He died not knowing because I was slow when I needed to be fast. He died because of me. And that guilt destroyed the woman I was. I gave up Condre to raise you. I tried to forget my mistakes through Halone. I never wanted you to know war. If keeping you from harm meant keeping you home, so be it. And then I saw you studying Condre with them. I panicked. Everything I could do to stop you, I tried. My actions only drove you further towards the battlefield. But the doublet suits you. Back when I was young and sincere and passionate, I'm sure it suited me too. I do remember that desire to do good, to protect the ones I love. Go, Avril, go with my blessing, but keep him safe and promise me you'll come back. I promise, Mother, and everything I hold dear. Thank you. And thank you, Monica. Just get married. Anyway, like I said, they're going to like a level 40... the high 40s area. They'll be fine. Level 45. Alright, all done? All done. Come back at level... Come back once you've done more main story. Alright, Cloud Top and Tail Feather. Hey, dude. Wait, don't tell me another one of my adoring fans who has traversed the realm and climbed 9 to the heavens to be the first to lay ears upon my latest magnum opus. Oh, student serendipities who would grace her music box with one of my mellifluous melodies? You clearly are a woman of taste, friend. Yes, that is perhaps the greatest of my many masterpieces. So taken was I with the voice of my muse, Flahamine, that I penned it in but a single night. Is she still... Where is she hanging out now? I see, so this husband and wife you speak of have both commissioned identical music boxes, each unbeknownst to each other. Fear not, friend, if you are looking for a stroke of genius, you have come to the precisely right place. Well, the answer is simple. I need merely compose 2 new arrangements of my timeless melody. In return, I have one simple but unwavering demand. You must craft a music box of peerless quality that tones will do the dulcet voices of songstress of old and my masterpiece, True Justice. In my many years and many travels, I have only encountered one such relic, said to be the life work of a master craftsman whose teeth were fashioned from the purest hard silver. Yes, some could not entrust my masterpiece to one who has any less a master of hard silver than a master of melodies. If you believe you are worthy, fashion for me a hard silver ingot that I might assess your skills. What, do you have an ingot to show me? It's not high quality. Doesn't have to be. Are my eyes to be believed? I've never seen hard silver shine and sparkle so. While he's looking at it, I can hear tones as clear and crisp as the waters of the Thaliac. Feel proud, friend, for the great Pierre has deemed you worthy of giving form to 2 never-before-heard arrangements of his greatest masterpiece. Take them and use them well. One melody for the husband and one for the wife. I trust that you will see that not a single note, sharp or flat, is out of place. Played separately, the 2 will sound as if they are playing entirely different songs. Played side by side and started simultaneously, however. Oh, but to say any more would spoil the surprise. In creating the arrangements, I drew inspiration from traditional choir chants. To my knowledge, none have ever attempted to revisit a modern piece in this way. The loving couple shall feast their ears on something that has never been heard before. You have my promise. While I'm here, shall I head out to Tailfeather? 55 quests to make a hard silver. Yeah, that's actually pretty tough, because hard silver isn't like a high 50s. High 50s material. It's usually made for making 58 equipment, right? Hi. Hello above. Did that man just send you after me again? Yep. Oh, so you're one of hers, eh? You needn't worry, miss. Your miss just fights like a behemoth 10 times your size. Saved me from a wild chocobo, but what's... Who's bellowing at us? Baroness Larice! Mistress, are you hurt? Tell me where and I shall... Ramondane, did you run all the way over here? Come on, save your breath, I'm perfectly fine. You might be fine, my lady, but what about your sword? Begging your pardon, but didn't it break off in the chocobo? Not the brass Viking sword. That is my lady's favorite. A brass weapon? You must be stronger for killing like enemies with such low equipment. That piece of shit? Sorry, my lady, ain't the kind of steel that Highborn normally wields. Any road, I've got an extra blade lying about. I'll give it to you as thanks for saving me if you like. Yes, thank you. Even a dagger will suffice. How about I make you a sword? My lady is not it is most unlike you to borrow. Throw to Ishgard is prose without steel, and I cannot risk any harm coming to my loyal steward. Thank you, Baroness Larice. Forgive me for troubling you, too, Miss. It does not behoove a future temple attack so rashly, shall we? Shall we? The Baroness must enter the tourney with a weapon befitting House Gervain, not a borrowed dagger. Titanium bastards are all the talk these days, weightless and keen. Can I call you forge one? Your payment will be my lady's smile when she wins the tourney. I will see you in Ishgard. Wait for me, my lady! Hi. Thank you for everything back in tail feather. I was also wondering if you had made any progress on the sword I requested? Here you go. How long is breath, light as a feather, sharp as a worm's fang? Even I can tell this blade is a masterpiece. Thank you, my lady will be overjoyed to learn you made it for her. Trot around a beginner's shortly. I dare say she will be not invincible with the sword in hand. I will take it to her as soon as I can. I fear we cannot watch Baroness Larius. Only gentry may attend to the grand tourney. We are free to listen from outside the light feather proving grounds. I will be there anon if you care to wait. Destination. I should be allowed in. I'm pretty famous in Ishgard. Should be fine. Hi. My mistress was most pleased with your creation. I dare say she is proving her mettle with it even as we speak. Hi. Baroness, that you would be out of the arena in so short a time. Did something ill befall? Haha, from on dear, ever the worry, I won this round, and it was all thanks to your sword. The bouncing blade is perfect. Why, I could have wielded it all day and still slain a worm to boot. A splendid start to the tourney, mistress. Please regale us. How many bouts did you take part in? 3. 2 I won and the third was a draw, but I was declared winner in 5 more as my challengers forfeited. A full 5, my lady? Surely Helen herself smiles upon you. Did your lord father not say that good luck is an ally of success? And that bad luck does not absolve failure. Ask only victory of your leaders, he told me. A commander can apologize for his defeat, but what need do his fallen soldiers have of apologies? He lived by that ideal. He gave the orders food to the starving only to be tried for pilferage, convicted and stripped of knighthood. But he never recanted, not once. Well, is this why you work to restore House Germain, to clear your father's name? No, friend, I do it for Ishgard. Noble blood grants privilege, but only to save the unprivileged, another of my father's pet sayings. It is why I've entered this tourney and why I wish to become a knight, and I will for my father, for our people, and for everyone who has helped me along the way. Noble ideals, I'm okay with that. I'll make you some really good shit. And I go back to speak to him again. A bit more driven than normal. Just the blacksmith I needed. As you know, my lady's turn in the final round of the tourney draws near. It is my wish that she wield a birthright, integrity, the sword of House Gervaint. The blade has graced the hands of her forebears in countless battles. Now, well, suffice to say, it requires a most thorough restoration. I made inquiries with Master Brithale. He may be able to help, but he also made mention of needing to see the sword in person. Would you be so good as to take it to your guildmaster? Alright, off to Limsa. Hi, I was just wondering when my favorite last to show up. Did you bring integrity or whatever House Gervaint was calling it? Yes, here you go. This was a fine blade once, but now it'd be easier to make it into a butter knife than a sword. What's the reason for wanting it fixed? Bleeding hells, they want it for the grand tourney and you're not making a single guild from this? But at 12, what'd I get you into? Still might pay off in the end. Heroes climb to fame on the backs of smithies. But the opposite's true. You'll be famous if some champion has wielded one of your blades. And this sounds like she's got the right stuff. True of heart, cares for the people, resolves to be a leader, and so on. Of course, she'll want for a little temperament, but stick together and you'll both reach new heights. Matter of fact, I think there ain't no better opportunity for you as a smithy. Anyway, the sword is damaged beyond what I can repair, but have you ever heard of a bloke named Geralt? A weapon? Yeah, I have heard of him. I once been living out in Hurstmill. Well, word is he's second only to the builder when it comes to restoring arms. If there's any in the realm who can fix a sword, tis he. I mean, I can go and see Manazis Law as well. Let's go see the drunkard in his home. What? What nuisance have you come to drop on Manville? This. That son hunk of rust ain't touching nothing that ain't kettle shaped for the next moon at this rate. With all the orders I got. Drake, deal with this. Please want to forgive my master. Is there anything I might help you with? I'm afraid that even with my experience, I do not know how to restore this. But there's a chance my master might, if he'd calm down enough to listen anyway. I think we might yet enlist his aid, but it might require some elbow grease on your part. Moneylenders recently took my master's favorite titanium lump hammer. If you were to make him a new one just as fine, it might improve his disposition. At the very least, he might stop throwing half-finished kettles at me. I mean, done. I guess I gotta give it to you. Have you made a replacement titanium lump hammer? Yes. In fact, it's my old one. Clearly made this hammer with the smith in mind. It seems perfectly suited to delicate work. My master will fashion some fine kettles with this. Thank you for your efforts. I believe that this Geralt will be more than willing to hear out your request. I heard what you did for me, so come on, show me the sword. Now, I ain't got all bloody day. Here you go. If I'm mistaken, I rarely am. This is an adamantite blade, pure too. Whatever small technique the ancients used got it purer than most modern smithies could, and you're asking if it can be made battle ready again? I'm afraid it ain't possible, lad. Can't be done with that sword, and that's that. But don't toss it out just yet. The hill special, or reliquary, means there's a saint's bone or something inside. Reckon this sword is a treasure because of that. So what happens if you forge an adamantite winglet in the exact shape and size of the original and enshrine the saint's remains in that? Alright, that's what you'll have to do to remake this integrity. I'm going for a few hours, so I probably won't quite get to finish this quest line. Probably turn this one in and the goldsmith one and be done for today. Because that's a lot of class quests to get done. Have you found a means to repair integrity? Repairs are out of the question then? I believe the bone in the hilt is St. Phineas. Who's in the house Germain owns such a reliquary? Well, if the soul ritual can be passed to a new blade, then the sword must be remade. I dare say my lady's ancestors would find no fault in us for doing so. My mistress can use St. Phineas' spirit in the final tourney. Come, mistress, let us forge her birthright anew. Sure, it's like come back at level 60. Which I'm at 75 hours of class quests. Hello. Has inspiration struck you by any chance? Here, take a big sheet. To arrange the same piece, brilliant, and travel all the way to see a closet to procure the sheet music. Your devotion to your craft and to our clients is truly first rate. I'll move forward with our preparations at once. In the meantime, I ask that you continue to refine your technique. We have a true masterpiece in the works, and I'm counting on you to make it a reality. Alright, all done. So, another level. Next time, keep on finishing those class quests. Maybe I'll actually get to do some battle stuff. Thanks for watching! Oh my god, there's so much crafting stuff done. I'm starting to clean up my inventory a little bit. Oh right, I still have the alchemy ones to do too. Did you like this video? If you did, like it, leave a comment, and share it. You can click on the left button to subscribe, and the right button to watch more Lalafell adventures. Thanks for watching!